Hey guys, welcome to Realistic Crypto. I'm Mark, and this is the first in a whole host of videos that I plan to bring to the Realistic Crypto YouTube channel relating to DCA bots and passive income, and how we can use DCA bots, miners, etc. To make some passive income every month. Now, I've been writing on Medium about my journey so far over the last 6 to 7 months, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And one of the things that I do on Medium every month is I write about the month's passive income update. That includes a breakdown of the numbers from everything, all of the projects that I'm involved in crypto, that gives me some passive income every single month, which I then choose to reinvest into crypto to build more passive income. So for this video, I guess let's jump right in and take a look at where we are and what our DCA bots have been doing this week. So as you can see from the dashboard, gains today were sitting around the $32 mark. Gains this week, $59. We're not doing too bad. We're not doing great. I took the decision on around the 8th of August to re-backtest all of the bots, work out whether there were configurations that would react to an uptrend better than the bots that have been previously running. And you'll see from some of the graphs and the charts, the numbers a bit later in this video, that's had so far quite a positive effect, and I've got a really good outlook for this month. So I'm looking forward to writing that August update in a couple of weeks' time. So I guess quick overview. So in terms of the bots, if we just take a look at some of these highest gains bots, we've got pre-USDT. There's been some volatility in that over the last 24 hours. This is a short bot, so it's looking to sell when the price is high and buy back lower. Good income from that in the last 24 hours. One of the other articles that I've written recently relates to a bull USD on FTX. So I wrote an article about this bot making up 1% per day. I decided to put my money where my mouth was and set up a bot with a small amount and see if we can double that amount, take out the initial investment and leave the rest to run. If we jump into the active deals, so we currently have 9 active deals, the majority of which are in the green, which is great. And as you'll be able to see, the majority of them are less than a day old. Now, one of the options that I've been looking at for the newly reconfigured bots is to limit the amount of time that the trades are open. And the reason for that is that it helps cut losses. B, I'm not necessarily keen on stop losses for some of these cryptos. Sometimes the markets can move relatively quickly in both ways, and I really want to take advantage of that and not get stopped out. So as another safety option, I use the timeout facility in 3Commas to remove to close the trade at whether it's in profit or not in profit after X amount of time. So these are the open trades. I guess the ones to note here are Nbox and Engine. They've been running for 3 weeks. We've not yet reconfigured those. and that's not happened on the basis that I've been waiting for the market to pull back to make a decision on when to take a loss or profit on those two. Now jumping quickly into bots, this is where you can see all of the bots, all of the 36 bots that are in my account. Not all of these are running. Some of these are paused, but I wanted to make sure that when I came to review this in this video, that I'm not hiding a bunch of losing bots, because it's very easy to portray a picture that might not actually be the reality. So if we take a quick look, and we're going to look over the last 7 days. That's roughly since I gave an update from July. So we ate a bull, is up there as we expected it to be. Now, interestingly, at the minute, that is actually making just over 20% a month. I'm not going to try work this out now during the video, but I can't imagine that it's going to take too much longer before we double that $332 that we initially put into that bot. Again, we'd seen that on the first page that it's been relatively solid in the last 24 hours, and it's got some good profits on the 7 days. Now, this is not $4,800. This is just the way that 3C Tools calculates it. It's actually 4,800 pre that is in that deal. So any of my short bots, they have the value is actually how many crypto, how much of that crypto is in that short bot. It's not in dollar value. As an example, we don't have $120,000 sat in Key or $224,000 sat in MTV. Those figures would be nice, but we're not quite there yet. So taking a look down, Key, not been great this month. That is probably one of my larger holdings in terms of the bags that I hold. So when it does well, we see the accounts perform really well, and when it doesn't do too great, then it is one of the larger percentage holdings in the account. So those are the winners over the last 7 days so far. There's a couple of new bots that we've added in since the start. So we've added a new Flux USDT long bot. Now that is taking profit in dollars. Currently, we've got $320 allocated to that. So moving very quickly down the list, these are all the ones that are paused, that are not active. Now, we have paused Mbox, we have paused Engine, because if they do close and they close in a profit, I don't want them opening other deals. I want to be able to take the opportunity to reconfigure them and be comfortable that we don't see long and large losses in those two bots. So that's the reason that they're currently paused. But again, we'll kick them back in once that's resolved. And then Sol again is another one that is that's made us a loss. Now, interestingly, that has started to bring it back over the last couple of days. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that bot, and hopefully it can turn around those losses and turn around that total loss of $22. We do want to be building these bags, and that's the focus. And again, ignore some of these figures because they're not quite accurate. Just to quickly jump into what the summary profit looks like so far. So these are the big dips that we took towards the back end of July, which are in the July update report. But as we move through into August, we started making some okay gains. But given that the market completely changed, and we saw Bitcoin hit $25,000, then we did hit some challenges in some of the bots. It was around the 8th that I chose to reconfigure all of the bots that we had. I took a couple of losses on a few then. I did expect that some of them would turn around and gain some profit, but sadly they didn't, and we took some more losses on the 11th. Since then, you know what, we've seen quite a healthy profit from each of the days, and we can see that when we jump into profit by day. Again, you know, July, that was that dip, $135, another 63.80, and another 56.79. But since then, you know, $24, $10, $18, $28, and $29.57 today. So, you know, we're starting to consistently hit from reconfiguring those bots from the 8s and the 6s. We're starting to hit the 30s and the late 20s. So, you know, pretty happy with the way that things are going. Again, just quickly looking over some of these accounts. So, Ethereum bot trading. Again, this is down on the month. This is the one that we took the liquidation on in the last month's update. So this is the one that caused us some pain. Again, it's been reconfigured. We're looking at a total account size of $250. But you know what? I think with the changes that we've made, we're in a good position, and that'll start to build itself back up. Sub account 1. So this is the new Flux USDT long pair. You know, we funded that account on the 7th at 319.20. We're at 323.60. You know, not the biggest gains in the world, but again, you know, what we want to do is slowly build these and compound some of these accounts. FTX. So this is the Aidable account. So if we were to look back to on the 14th of July, so let's just flick through to the 14th. So we started there with $343, and we're now sitting at around $478, $79. So you know, that's been an interesting journey on this bot. We'll keep this one running. Hopefully we can get the initial amount out and leave the rest to run. This is extremely high risk. I don't recommend that people put more than they can afford to lose into something this risky. But you know what? We found the config. We found the backtest data, and we decided to test it out. So hopefully, you know, we can get there with that bot. Binance. So again, we've got an account value of around $2,000. You can see some of the bigger bags that we've got in here. Key, Helium, Renderer. Now we don't run any bots for Flux on Binance. These are just some smaller amounts that I do have sat in that account from previous trades. And then what we've got is we've got the KuCoin account, which is at 2862. And again, this is where the majority of the Flux is, and that's where the bots trade the Flux. Again, Tether, Deeper Network, MTV, Sol, the 3X, Ethlong, and this is where the engine is as well. We do have a little bit of Bitcoin, not a lot, and then interestingly, looking back a few months ago, we made some pretty good profits out of Terra after the after the USDT collapse. So that's it for today's update. I'm going to try and bring one of these updates every few days, just to keep up to date with everything that's going on and some of the changes that we make and all that good stuff. If you like the content, please hit the like button, and if you're interested in following me on this journey, then please subscribe and check out the Medium articles. There's lots of information in there about how I approach this, and there'll be lots and lots more content coming in the coming months. So yeah, that's it from me for this video. Thank you all.